Hey, cool. You remember that one? That's called Peg by Steely Dan. That's a tough one, man. That's got all those weird chords and stuff, man. You gotta kind of work on it to get it right. You know what I mean? And that's like Steely Dan, man. It's like I had to really work on that song because those chords are freaking. They're they'll twist your fingers up, man. If you don't like, if you're not, you got to like really be mental into it, focused. Man, how the hell did Larry Carlton play that song without screwing up? I've never seen Larry screw up on stage. You know what I mean? I was like, the dude was just tight all the time. You know what I mean? I guess practice, 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 man. I was thinking about that. And that one part, I'm still working on. I got to find the chords for that one part. He don't exactly do that. He uses some kind of. I seen Larry doing it, and he's using some kind of chords. I got to look that up and figure out the tab for that. That's pretty much the only part of it I fake. I saw this. He ain't doing that. He's doing something. He's doing some. I mean, he's doing something like that, but he's using a full chord, and it sounds really cool. So I got to look that up and try to figure out what he's doing there, man. But that's basically the idea of it. It's like, yeah, pretty cool stuff, man. Pretty cool. I love Larry Carlton's guitar playing, man. You guys know who Larry Carlton is, right? From back in the old days. I mean, he when he was young, man, he was at the top of his game, man. Well, all the way up until he, like in when he was doing stuff with Travis and Gene Coy when they were doing concerts as a trio. Oh man, he was phenomenal there. So he he's getting up there though. Larry's getting up there. I'll give him that, man. But he proved himself many times over already, man. Since way back in the 1960s, he started way back in the 1960s, and he was like doing shows from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. The guy's phenomenal, man. So I got a lot of respect for that guy, man. He's a legend, and he's probably I would say my favorite all around guitar player is Larry Carlton, man. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Who do you like more? David Gilmour, Eric Clapton, or Mark Knopfler? Ooh, that's three different styles, man. I'd say equal. They're all equal for their own style, but if you're talking about technical ability, I got to give it to Mark because Mark, man, he ain't no joke, man. I seen him playing with Chet Atkins, and he was actually able to keep up with Chet Atkins. So that's like Chet Atkins was considered, among the very best guitar players in the world. And obviously Mark is too because he was when I watched the concert with Chet Atkins and Mark Knopfler. I was like I was blown away by Mark, man. I did not know I knew he was a good guitar player, but I didn't know he could do stuff like that. And when I seen him perform with Chet Atkins, I was like, wow, man, that's a whole new level right there. That's a whole new level with Mark. And the guy's a phenomenal guitar player. He's really great. So if you talk about who's the best technical player, I got to give that to Mark, man. But in the rock genre, I like them about equal in the rock genre. You know what I mean? Um, David Gilmour came up with a unique style of guitar playing that completely totally fit Pink Floyd. You know what I mean? Nobody else could have did what he did, man. He had a unique style about him that it just fit Pink Floyd. So you got to get for creativity. Uh, Maybe David Gilmour because he had to be very creative in Pink Floyd to get that sound and stuff that they wanted. To do it exactly like they wanted him to do it. So maybe David for creativity, with the exception of Eric with Cream. Eric Clapton with Cream was phenomenal, man. That's the best Clapton there is, man. If you look at Eric Clapton when he was playing with Cream, in my opinion, that's the best Eric there is, man. He was really on top of his game then. So he is a very great guitar player. They're all legends, man. I mean, I like all of them. Did you ever listen to the Notting Hillbillies album? No, I've never heard of the Notting Hillbillies album. I gotta check that out. Sounds pretty cool, man. And, what is it? Is it like bluegrass or what kind of music is that? Hans Wagner. What kind of music is that? That you listen to the Notting Hillbilly album? No, man, I never heard that. Um, I'm very much a Stevie Nicks fan now, and Stevie's gonna be coming out with new music, man. So I'm gonna be buying it. I'm gonna buy her new music as soon as she gets it out. She's great. Can you play CBT by a band called KSFW? I don't even know what that. Yeah, I don't think I ever heard that. So, but I play a lot of music, man. I'm just like, you know, anybody will tell you what I'm doing is really tough, man. Because yeah, I will look it up. I will. Anybody will tell you that what I'm doing is very tough because I'm coming on here without any backup music, and just playing live, and doing my thing live, and that's tough, man, because if strings get out of tune or whatever, it's gonna sound horrible, sometimes, and then I'll stop and tune and stuff, and there's things that can happen, but I don't stop the video when I go live. I don't stop the video. Because I want people to know that I'm for real. Sometimes my strings get out of tune and I have to stop and tune my strings, and every once in a while I'll screw up a little bit, and then I'll start over, and I'll I mean, you can't do that if you're faking. So, that I'm not faking, man. There is a way to come on here and fake, but not like I do, not like I play. Because sometimes if the strings are out of tune, I'll stop and tune. I'll stop and show people stuff and things like that. Yeah, I can, but I have to work on a little bit of. But yeah, that's basically Wes's style. I can show you. That's basically Wes's style. Yeah, my style. I've taken things from Wes. You know what I mean? From his style and played them and stuff. And I can play jazz standards too. So I haven't really learned a lot of his songs. I used to I mean, relearn. I used to know a lot of Wes Montgomery, but I haven't really played Wes's stuff lately. I know he's a phenomenal guitar player, and I'm a fan of his. I can play a lot of Pat Martino. I kind of went with Pat Martino for style. My style more is more suited for the way he played. Thanks. Yeah, Pat Martino and Jody Oreo and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, I'll look that up. The Notting Hill Lilies. Any love for Dwayne Allman? Oh yeah, Dwayne Allman's awesome, man. I'm a fan. Love for Dwayne Allman. I'm a fan of his, man. I think he's an amazing guitar player, and I love his slide work. He can do things with that slide that just blows my mind. You know what I'm talking about? Dwayne Allman. He plays with a slide a lot of times, and he's just a phenomenal slide guitar player. So yeah, I am very much a fan of his. I love the Allman Brothers. So that's just, I mean, that's just the necessary Allman Brothers music, man. They're great. Yeah. So I liked Greg Allman too. I'm No Angel. And Dwayne, the Allman Brothers, made a lot of hits. So Meek County Joy and Georgia had to grow up on them. Yeah, they're great, man. I mean, Allman Brothers. Who doesn't like the Allman Brothers, man? They're phenomenal. So, but I'm playing. I'm mostly playing jazz on here. of jazz. I've been doing a lot of jazz lately, man. Just playing, trying to get the jazzy stuff going. Here's one you might know though. Got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. I got a black magic woman. She's got me so blind I can't see. I got a black magic woman. She's trying to make a devil out of me. Don't cast no spell on me, baby. Don't cast no spell on me, baby. Don't cast no spell on me, baby. You got me so blind I can't see. 'Cause you're a black magic woman and you're trying to make a devil out of me. it's hard to kind of play it without backup music, but yeah, it's pretty cool. It's just cool. Yeah, I always try to put a lot of rhythm stuff too. Hi, how you doing, Gustav? Nice to see you. Hi, how you doing, Niblin? Hi, Niblin. Yeah, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, it's called "Falling in Love with Love." It's a jazz standard. You know, a lot of jazz standards I do, man. It's like, yeah, Donna Lee. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. That's the forbidden lick right there. uh, the Eagles' Stairway to Heaven, man, was Hotel California, man. that lead is yeah, something like that. Let's talk about sounding jazzy. I developed a new way to sound jazzy. It's hard to do. As another guitar player come along and try to do it, to find out. Try to get these licks. It's faster than speed picking. I mean, it's harder than speed picking. Harder than speed picking. So like, so you sound jazzy all the time with these licks, man. That was my goal, to come up with a method of playing so that I sound jazzy all the time with every lick I do. Hey, how you doing, Jennifer? change keys. Back to. Yeah, that's like that's jazz playing, man. Yeah. How you doing, Jen? I'll do some Stevie Nicks stuff because I'm doing like a tribute to her anyway. Because she came out with a new album and stuff. So I'm kind of tributing Stevie Nicks. Does she make you cry? Make you break down? Show your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go home. Go home. Does she make you cry? Make you break down? And shatter your illusions of love? And is it over now? Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go home. AC/DC, right? You ever hear that one, man? Back in Black. But you gotta have distortion, man, to make it work. You know. Back in Black. I'm back in Black. that one part's kind of tricky. It's like it goes back, goes to B, and then back. See? That's the trick to the whole song. You get that down, you got it, man. It's just like A E D A B A E D A B B A D B B B A D A B A E D A B A B. Back in Black, back in Black. It's pretty funny, man. And then it's like I don't play the whole song because I don't have a singer, man. Play. Song only sounds good if you got a singer or backup music. You know what I mean? That's my favorite part of the solo. I could play it. If I can play all that, I could play. I could play that song all the way through. Dire Straits, Southern Swing. I just don't like playing it without. Yeah, I just don't like playing it without a singer because. Thank you very much. Yeah, it sounds a song like that, man. It needs a singer. You know what I mean, to really sound right, man. That's what I like to do. I like to play with an entire band. I'd rather play with an entire band than just do like a solo thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's nothing that feels as good as playing with a whole band. With a whole band's great. Everybody in the band's great. You know what I mean? Not just one person. I don't want a backup band. I want in a band where we are a band and everybody is top notch musicians. Yeah, yeah, me too, man. Yeah, right on, Captain. Right on. That's what I liked about. That's what I've always liked about Larry Carlton when he would do solo stuff. His band was also phenomenal, like him. You know what I mean? So it was worth it to go to Larry Carlton shows because he didn't just steal the show all the time, man. His entire band was great. So that's pretty much that's pretty much what you strive for, man. What I would strive for, man. I mean, you see guitar players and all through the concert, all they're doing is like constantly, no rhythm, nothing. Just I don't like that. I want to see, like where the lead player plays rhythm, maybe starts out with rhythm, and then goes into a solo, and then comes back, and the keyboard takes a solo, and then they come back. Maybe the bass player, and they come back. Maybe the guitar player again, and they come back to rhythm. You know what I mean? Back and forth like that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's like I don't care how much acrobats a guy can do on a guitar. Um, I don't really want to go see anybody like that that's just doing acrobats on the guitar. I want to see somebody who is humble enough to have an entire band to where he's in a band where the whole everybody in that band sounds good as a group. You know what I mean? Um, that's what I'm looking for. Hey, how you doing, John? How's it going? Yeah, yeah, right, 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 Captain. And you see too much of that, showboating stuff. I call it showboating, man. I don't want to pay money to go see somebody just showboat. The entire show is about that one person. No, man. I want to see a group that contributes. Everybody contributes, and everybody's looked at as being equal in the band. Everybody's great in the band. You know what I mean? That's what I liked about Fleetwood Mac. They had three different singers, and all the musicians were great. And it's like they were a band. You know what I'm talking about? They were a band, and they were phenomenal. And of course, Stevie's phenomenal with her solo stuff. But I mean, back when she was in Fleetwood Mac, that was a band. And they were just untouchable as a group. Stevie, of course, Stevie with her phenomenal voice, she would sing some of the songs, and then Lindsay would come in and sing some songs, and then Christy McVie would come in and sing some of the songs, and they just made it about the entire band, and it was just great. And that's what I love to see, just an entire band where, and it takes time. Yeah, yeah, that's nostalgic sound. That is true, Captain. That is true. And it just takes time when you form a band. If I do form a band this summer, which I'm looking at doing, I'm not even going to play out with them for about a month. We're going to have to practice about a month straight and get everything super tight before we do our first gig. I don't want to play out. I don't want them to look at any one person in the band and just that's it. I want them to look at everybody in the band and say, "Wow, that's a great band. I like them as a band." And that's what you've seen back in the '70s. Mostly, you would see bands where it was just the entire band. Every member of the band was great. You know, and that's what music's about, man. Green River. Yeah, I gotta check that out. I don't think I ever heard of Green River. I probably have heard. I just don't recognize it right now. I have to think about it. I have to look it up online and stuff. Oh, Creedence Clearwater Revival. Oh man, CCR. I love them. I love them. Yeah, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I think I have heard that. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, yeah. CCR is great. Hey, how you doing, Jonathan? He's Yeah, CCR is great, man. I love them. They're really good. You know, they've always been good. John Fogerty went on his own. He was great. So, but I like CCR better because they were like that. They were just a fantastic band. I'm hanging in there, just trying to survive. Trying to survive all this crazy stuff. Has been happening lately. A lot of stuff's been happening lately. It's really crazy. So just trying to live. That's about it. I'm just trying to live, man. I'm just trying to get through life. What can you do? You do your best. That's about it. But it's good to see everybody here, man. It's good to see everybody. Sure, I'll play something. I was trying to think of what I'm gonna play here. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Shit. Yeah, I'll do this number one more time. Everybody like asks me about this number. This is called Josie, and the chords are really. I like doing this number because it's good practice with chords. You know what I mean? And I lately, I play a lot of solos, but I wanna be able to play good rhythms too. And different changes and stuff. But I'll do it again. I didn't like that intro. Oh man, dude, I hate when I'm playing live and that happens, man. Every once in a while. Comes home so good. She's the pride of the neighborhood. Hey, how'd you like that one, man? Yeah, that's a good tune to practice your chords, man, because that's like a chord song. You know, I added I added some lead to it, some jazz lead to it, but yeah, I do that song a lot because I like the chord changes, and it helps me to think, about the chord change. You got to think all the time when you're playing that song, because when you come back to that one part, if you're not thinking, it's easy to mess it up. So I like songs like that because it's kind of a challenge to keep those chords uh, in the right perspective. So it's good to see everybody, man. That's a pretty cool song, isn't it? Thanks, Igor. I appreciate it. Keep it going. Believe in yourself. Nice, Les Paul. Do you know any RHCP? I don't know who that is. Man, I'm sorry. Jesse plays some Polyphia. I can't really play Polyphia without distortion. Well, maybe I don't know that playing God yet. I could probably learn it, but that's a hard one, dude. I mean, I- with all due respect to Tim Henson, I am a Tim Henson fan. I think Tim Henson is legend, but we have two very different styles. We go in completely different directions, me and Tim. And do I think he's a phenomenal guitarist? Yes, I do. I think he's very amazing. He's a hard act to follow. Tim Henson is a hard act to follow. I got to say that about him. He has a gift for playing that flamenco stuff, man. And he just acts like it's so easy to him, but it's not easy. What he does is not easy to do, man. I give him credit where credit's due. He's an outstanding musician, and the guy's been playing all his life. And he's great. He knows what he's doing. So that's all I got to say about Mr. Henson. I think he's a wonderful guitar player, and I like to listen to him. I'm a fan. Okay, I am a Polyphia Tim Henson fan. Okay, so good things about Tim Henson. He came up with a style like nobody else was doing at the time, and it caught on. People loved to listen to him, including myself. So that's all I gotta say about the guy, man. I mean, he's legend. He come up with a new way of playing the guitar, and it's really great. So, no, man, I don't. We do have different styles, but I don't knock anybody. I actually like Tim Henson, but I mean, uh, I give credit where credit's due. Put it that way. So you know what I'm saying? It's just like you know, I pay homage to all the great guitar players. Huh? George Benson, Pat Martino, all those guys, man, are phenomenal. In the rock field, Jimmy Page, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Jimi Hendrix, and the list go. You guys, the list goes on, man. I don't disrespect anybody, even if I don't like somebody's playing. If I don't like that style of music, I still don't disrespect them because there's other people who do like it. But uh, I do like Tim Henson. When I heard him, there was critics criticizing the way he was playing because he wasn't playing standard, and I thought, why the hell does the guy have to play standard? You know, he come up with something amazing that sounds great. It's not stand. I mean, that's isn't that what music is about? Not being like the next guy. You know what I mean? So if I playing God, it would take me a lot. It would take a lot of work to really learn it. I believe I could learn it, but it would take a lot of work, a lot of concentration, and it's not really my style of playing. I wouldn't be able to do as good as him. I mean, he invented it. He does it better than anybody out there. There's other people can play it, but they don't play it as well as what he does. You know what I'm saying? That's his thing. That's his that's his music. You know what I mean? Play play. It's just cool by me. Play it. show me how to play. It's just cool, the licks, and it's just cool. It's hard, because you got a lot of these. Here's just like one set of chord changes in that. Come up with a guitar solo over that fits over those chords. That's what I did. Then it's got and I think Tim would appreciate that. That's hard to do. Come up with. I played the rhythm for him. That's just one section of the song. I'm playing that rhythm. You gotta find a lead solo that matches that rhythm. That's what I did. I found, so that's kind of my niche. You know what I mean? Tim Henson doesn't really play that way. So he's a phenomenal guitar player, but we have two different styles. It's kind of like Jimmy Page and Jeff Beck. Jimmy Page didn't sound anything like Jeff Beck. Jeff Beck didn't sound anything like Jimmy Page. They kind of created their own thing. That's what I was doing. What I saw, I created my own thing. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, there's a lot of different chords. There's a lot of different chord changes, and you have to find a guitar solo that matches each one of those chord changes in that song, in that section. That's just the bridge. So I'm saying, could Tim Henson do that? I don't know if he could do that or not. Uh, I don't know because it's not his style. It's not his style of playing. I think he would come along and he would say, "Hey, I can appreciate that because it's got a lot of different chord changes, and it takes really knowing about music to come up with a guitar solo like that over those chord changes." I think he would appreciate it if he tried it, not just looking at it. Try it. Try. I'll play the rhythm, and I'm on here live. Okay, here's the rhythm, Mr. Henson. At least you come up with a solo over this. Just over that section. I'll do it again. I did it. I mean, that's like it's like comparing daylight and dark. Our styles, my style compared to Tim Henson is like daylight and dark. We're not even on the same page at all. It's just like Jimmy Page and Jeff Beck. They weren't on the same page at all. They went completely different areas. George Benson and Pat Martino. Go listen to George Benson and then go listen to Pat Martino and tell me that they sound anything alike. They do not sound anything alike, but yet they're both phenomenally great guitar players. So I mean, that's the thing, man. People try to compare guitar players that have different styles. You really can't do it. If they have the same style, that's different. If you have two guitar players that have close to the same style, then you can do a comparison. But if you're talking about two, how are you going to compare Chet Atkins to George Benson? How would you do that? I mean, that's two different. Those styles are like daylight and dark. You know, they're nothing alike. Their styles are nothing alike, but yet they were both phenomenally great guitar players. You know, so I mean, that's what I don't understand about some people. I mean, you how I don't know how to compare to guitar players that have completely different styles. Uh, Jimmy Page versus Ingve Malmsteen. Ingve Malmsteen is phenomenal in like classical style. Jimmy Page's thing was um, writing catchy tunes, writing catchy tunes, and he had a style that was so much different than. I mean, go look at the live version of "The Song Rings the Same" from the 1973 movie, and then try to compare that to Ingve Malmsteen. That's a completely two different styles, man. I mean, that that song's great, but you know, if you listen to that and then you listen to Ingve, you're gonna have a sick stomach because their styles are completely. You'd have to be in the mood to listen to that, or you'd have to be in the mood to listen to Ingve. So, you know, they're both. I mean, how do you compare? That's the question I ask somebody who compares two different guitar. I ask that question to somebody who compares guitar players who have completely different styles. My style is nowhere near being like Tim Henson's, and vice versa. His style is nowhere near being like mine. We play different ways. So I'm talking about playing my music. I'm talking about if I'm playing my music that I wrote. You know what I mean? Mr. Henson would come along. He'd have some problems with it. I know he would. I don't see him. You know, I'll play just that background bridge, and let him come along and put a solo to it, and we'll see what it sounds like. I don't think he'd even do it. I don't think he'd even flatter it because it's not his style of playing. You know what I mean? You know, it's gonna be different, man. I mean, what's he gonna do? Put flamenco? That wouldn't sound good. With you know what I mean? And I'm not knocking Tim, man. Tim's one of the best guitarists in the world. In his, but he's got his own style that sounds like nobody else, and that's me. I got my own style that doesn't sound like other people. So you know, I say just give all the guitar players respect. You know that come up with their own thing. You know, just give everybody respect because everybody don't play the same. You know what I mean? And if some people do, some people copy, but I'm talking about the big stars that made it. You never see two big guitar stars that make it that have the same style. I've never seen two famous guitar players that had exactly the same style. Um, yeah, so people have different styles. That's you know I've seen where they played in the same genre and they had maybe some similarities, but I've never seen two famous guitar. Show me two famous guitar players that have the same style. You're not going to be able to find that. So, uh, do you know? Do you know? Hi, Laura. How are you? Yeah, I don't have distortion on my guitar. Though my distortion on my amps broke, so I can't really play any metal or anything like that. You know, I've just been playing clean. but but I do like it. Don't get me wrong. I love metal. Who's I mean, you can kind of, if you're in a genre of a specific genre, personally, you can have tastes. Okay, for example, my favorite metal guitar player. Do you know who my favorite metal guitar player was? Dimebag Darrell. Dimebag Darrell was my favorite metal guitar player. Um, he came up with things, you know, and I'm not a metal player really. I'm not, but I like the music. You know, I'm a jazz and rock. I'm a jazz and progressive rock player, but I do like metal. Um, so when I seen Dimebag play, I thought, wow, man, this guy came up with something completely different, completely new, like nobody else is doing it. You know what I mean? And he had his own style in metal. He actually developed. That's something that you don't see too much of. You know, usually they play. All metal players sound pretty close to the same. They really do. They play real fast and stuff, and they don't have a style. But Dimebag had a style that just kicked butt, man. I mean, go listen to Walk. Go watch him play the solo to Walk live on YouTube. The song Walk. Man, he gets guitar sound. He gets sounds out of the guitar like nothing else, man. I've never seen anybody get sounds out of a guitar like that. So in metal, you know what I mean? So man, the guy was phenomenal. Dimebag was a phenomenal guitar player, and I'm a huge fan of his. And it's horrible that he's not with us anymore. So yeah, I respect everybody, man. Good morning, moms. Good morning, Mishra. Good morning. How are you? Thanks for saying good morning, Mishra. Thank you. Good morning to you as well. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't knock other guitar players, and I don't really compare other guitar players because each guitar player has their own style, and in their specific style, they're great. I mean, even if you look at Carlos Santana, he don't sound anything like I don't know, Eric Clapton. Does Carlos Santana sound like Eric Clapton? Who's better, Eric Clapton or Carlos Santana? I mean, I don't know, man. That's two different styles. Who's better, Carlos Santana or Jeff Beck? Well, you can't really say Jeff Beck's better than Carlos Santana. You can't really say Santana's better than Beck. They were completely. They had their styles were so different that all you can say is they're both great guitar players. Neither one were better. They were both great for what they did. Who's better, Ted Nugent or Carlos Santana? I mean, Ted Nugent. You got to give credit. Ted credit. He came out with a new way, a new style, a new way of playing and stuff. And he developed a new sound. So I mean, it's hard to say who's the best guitar player. I don't know who's the best. I mean, there's just so many different players out there that I respect everybody. Because guitar playing is very hard anyway. But if you find your style, it's a good thing. If you find a style that like nobody else has, then that's a good thing, I think, and it's a good thing to pursue. Because what if you do make it big? You're playing the guitar and you make it big, and everybody wants you to come out with a solo album, and they play your solo album, and it sounds just like Carlos Santana or somebody. They're going like, what? I don't want to buy that. If I want to hear Santana, I'll go buy Santana. You know what I mean? So, but if you have your own music and you have a unique style, then they might just very well buy it. You might, become successful. That's what Tim Henson did. He found a style like nobody else was doing, and he mastered it, and he made him famous. So that's how I feel about guitar players. Each person has their own thing that they do. Thanks, thank you. Oh, it's 2 a.m. night there. Where you at? Where you at, Mishra? What country are you in? I don't think you're in America, are you? If it's 2 a.m. Or you might be in another part of them. I don't know. I don't think you. I don't think. No, I don't think you're in America if it's 2 a.m. You must be in Germany or somewhere, huh? My guess is Germany. India. Oh, India. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I always wanted to go there, man. I love Indian food. Uh, I tried an Indian food called samosa, and I love it, man. Samosa is very tasty. Got all the spicy stuff. That's what like in the early days everybody wanted to go to India because India invented all this, invented this, come up with all the spices and stuff, the wonderful spices, so that food doesn't taste bland, so food can have some flavoring to it. India gave flavoring to food, you know, and beautiful people, beautiful art, everything. Oh, is it? Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I do love samosa. I tried it. I tried it about a week ago because there's a gas station, and they sell it at the gas station. They asked me if I wanted to try some samosa, and I just keep buying it because I like the taste of it. It's really good. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's cool how different countries have different cultures and different foods and things like that. How long have I been playing? Well, on and off since I was six. I was when I was a teenager. I was in a metal rock band, and we played hard rock. We played everything. Thank you. Love you back. Love you back. I love Indian people. You're awesome. People are beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, in the 1970s, I was in a rock band called Hardcore, and we played a lot of metal and classic rock and stuff like that. And it was great, a lot of fun. Yeah. But then I had a stroke, and I had to relearn how to play the guitar again, and that kind of changed my style of playing too. After I had a stroke, I had to I kind of it changed my brain. Yeah, yeah. But I got good again. But I mean, I was really awesome teenage guitar player before I had the stroke. I was really good. Um, I was a precise player. Every note had to be right and stuff. And I sounded like the other bands. But after I had a stroke, I started improvising more, and that's when I learned jazz and stuff. As I was recovering, I started to learn how to play jazz and stuff, and I went in a different direction. So it's funny what can happen to a person. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off here, but yeah, I was getting ready. I could do a few licks for you though, show you kind of like what I'm talking about when I say I play jazz. Okay, like the main thing, like if I'm gonna show like people that I know how to play jazz, I want to do something with chord changes, right? So I'll do a little thing like this. You get about the guitar in tune. Okay. So I'm doing uh oops. See, I'm playing over different chord changes though. And it's like not just playing over one chord. which is a lot more difficult to do. It's more difficult. Thank you. Yeah, it's way more difficult to play over chord changes than to just play over just one chord and improv. Which sometimes, some songs, that's the only thing that'll fit the song, is playing over, one key. But for practice, it's also fun to be able to play over different chord changes and stuff. So, and jazz standards, you have to be able to play over chord changes. If you can't play over chord changes, you'll never be able to play jazz standards. So, yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for checking me out, man. Yeah, yeah, good, Ethan. Cool, cool. Yeah, I appreciate y'all for checking me out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I play different stuff. There's a lot of songs that I know, man. That just, but some of the songs that you play sounds much better. Sounds much better if you got backup music or a band. If I was playing in a band, I would be playing a lot more music. Some songs you really can't come across as being great unless you got a backup band backing you up, and then the song sounds good with a band. I don't know. It's strange how some songs are, man. You can't really get the message across unless you got an entire band backing you up. It just doesn't sound right. But there's some things you can get away with solo, and any guitarist who's honest will tell you, that it's hard to do what I'm doing. Just come on here as a solo guitarist, no backup music, no background music whatsoever, no band, nothing. Just come on here as a guitarist, representing myself and playing music. They'll tell you that's hard to do, as a guitarist. So that's why I'm doing it, because it is hard to do. And I found out that if I practice like that, when I do play with a band, I play way better. What I mean? It just, when you just horn in on your skills, and then when you're playing with a band, it makes you sound better, because you have better control over your playing. So that's why I'm doing this, because it's like really giving me a lot of practice, and it's fun. It's fun to come on here and challenging to see if I can play these songs without screwing up too much. But every once in a while I'll be on here live, and every once in a while I screw up. I can play some blues, man. No, I was playing jazz today, but I can play some blues. Uh, if you want the old school blues, uh, that's like funky blues, and then you got rumble blues. the rumble blues. There's a lot of different. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, Ethan. Yeah, there's a lot of different styles of blues, man, that I play, and I used to play in a blues band a long time ago. So we did the old school blues mostly, you know. Yeah, we did, but we did different styles. There's something to be said about what we did, you know. But it was old school blues. It was like just regular blues, not jazzy blues or nothing. It was just like regular, regular blues band. You know, we played songs like Crossroads, um, The Sky Is Crying, um, you know, all my whole life, things like that. You know, just like standard, like the old school Chicago blues. Basically, what we played was really Chicago blues. If you listen to Chicago blues style, um, that's pretty much what we did. You know, so it was cool. It was a lot of fun. You know, and sometimes I mean, we really rocked it up. I used a distortion and everything too, and we would rock these blues songs up a lot of times, and people loved it. So it was a lot of fun, man. Yeah, it was pretty good. Oh, thank you, Ethan. I appreciate it. Okay, buddy. You have a good day, sir. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. Well, guys, I guess I got to get off here. I gotta check on my son. He went to get checked out at the hospital and stuff. So, Puppet Master Guitar. Yeah. Hi, how you doing, Puppet Master? Yep. All right, Mr. Ethan. Catch you next time. All right, guys. Well, I got to get off here, man. I hate to do it, but I got to get off. So yeah. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got to make some calls. I got to make sure my son's okay. But he went to the ER. Plus, my dog's going out. He's going crazy. Yeah. It's about time, you know. Shh. Hold on. Oh, he's a stubborn. Do you know? Did you know that talking about dogs? There's one more thing I want to talk about before I get off here. Did you know that big dogs are easier to take care of than small dogs? Small dogs are actually small dogs are actually way more demanding than big dogs. Because I've had both. A big dog, man, you feed him, he goes out, he lays down, goes to sleep. He's fine. Once you feed him, he goes out, he's fine for hours. He's fine. He don't bother you. You know, they're not picky. They're real smart. You can tell them to do something. Most of the time, you can tell them to do something, they'll do it. But the little dogs are defiant. They're little squirts, man. The little squirt dogs, they're very defiant. You can tell them to be quiet, and they keep going. They keep going. They're harder to take care of, man. Okay, all right, sure thing, buddy, puppet. I'll talk to you later. You have a great day too. Oh, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you for praying for my son. Thank you, peace, man. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you very much. Okay, guys. Well, I'm doing pretty. I'm doing okay, Gustav. I'm just like hanging in there, you know, and just trying to live, bro. It's sometimes some days are good, some days are tougher than others. But I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming on here, man. Yeah, I was talking about my little dog. My little dog compared to when I had big dogs. They're the small dogs are the hardest ones to take care of. And believe it or not, they eat pretty much the same. Stop. They eat pretty much the same as big dogs. Some small dogs eat more than big dogs. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I noticed that. If you ever own a dog or something, you notice that the big dogs usually do what they're told. They usually just they're cool, man. Big dogs are easy to take care of. What about okay, yeah, but then I've had dogs. I've had cats. Cats are really easy to take care of because usually a cat, like if you let them loose in the house, you let a cat loose in the house, you're not gonna find any mice. And they don't usually cats don't do nothing, man. The only thing they do is like the hard thing about taking care of a cat is you got to keep that litter box clean, man. That's pretty much it, man. They're very quiet and they're nice. I had a dog, but it's long ago, and now I have a cat. Which did you think's easier to take care of, the cat or the dog? In my opinion, cats are way easier to take care of than. than dogs, and they eat less. They eat a lot less than dogs do. Hey, yeah, I'm not, man. I gotta take off. I actually gotta get going, man. I've been down here for a while, but yeah, I got things I gotta do. I gotta check on my son, make sure he's okay and stuff. He went to get checked out at the hospital, and hopefully he's okay. I'm hoping, but I'm gonna go check on him, and I'm gonna give him a call and make sure he's okay. But it's good to see everybody here, man. I mean, if I had time, I'd play for another couple more hours, but I got things I gotta do, and stuff. But I'll be back on. I'll be looking for him. I pop on in and out all throughout the day. I've been popping in and out. I just can't put the guitar down. I just love to play it. So I play it quite a bit. No, they're pretty good. I like Nirvana. They're not bad, but it's kind of hard to. They're pretty good for what they did. I like the grunge movement. The grunge movement was real good. Stone Temple Pilots, Nirvana, Creed, Pearl Jam, all those, Soundgarden, uh, all those guys, man, were yeah. Nirvana's a good. They're good, man. I like Nirvana. They were good, but it was a different style of music, man. You know, they came up with something new that people wanted to hear, and because everybody was used to the classic rock scene, and they were used to the kind of strange music in the '80s, and then in the metal, and everybody was like burnt out on all that music, and the grunge music came out, and it was just new, and it was just kick ass, man. I love grunge music. I think it's very good. Came out of Seattle, Washington. Most of it came out of Seattle, Washington, and I was surprised, man, that all that good music come right out of from the U.S., United States of America. That was really good, man. That was a good movement for America, the grunge movement. That really put us put us back into the music scene, man. Because mostly like the classic rock scene was British, was was English, which I love the English and stuff. But when grunge came out, it was like American, kind of put us back into the creative scene. So it was pretty good. Nah, Nirvana was pretty good. They were pretty good. They had a sound of their own. I liked them, man. I mean, myself, I liked them. I like Stone Temple Pilots a lot, man. They were great. And Soundgarden, I like Soundgarden a lot and stuff like that. Pretty cool bands, man. I think uh, classic rock and metal are. Well, I mean, yeah, it really depends on what you want to listen to. Um, but I love classic rock and metal. I was talking about my favorite metal guitarist. My favorite metal guitarist was Dimebag Darrell. Uh, I don't usually have a favorite guitarist, but when I heard Dimebag play Walk, I was like, damn, that's nobody sounds like that. Who sounds like that? Go watch the video Walk with Dimebag Darrell playing Walk, and tell me anybody who sounds like that. Pantera was a good band. Yngwie Malmsteen's awesome. Yeah, he's awesome. I like him. So, but I'm talking about like metal bands. Yngwie was like was solo. I'm talking about as a band. Where you have a singer and all that. Um, I think Dimebag was very creative the way he played in Pantera. He was like he just had a unique sound that he discovered, and it worked. It worked, man. I've heard. Yeah, yeah. It was like I never was a big fan of Bruce Springsteen, but I guess he found something that made him a lot of money. I can't knock the guy. He found something that made him money, but Dave Mustaine's awesome. Dave Murray and Adrian pretty good, but Marty Friedman's awesome. Yeah, yeah, he's great. Uh, Dave Mustaine, who used to be in, he started with Metallica, then he went out on his own. I like him. I like his guitar playing. I think he's very good. You know, I like a lot of stuff, man. I even like Meshuggah and all that stuff. I like them. Uh, you know, so it's pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. A lot of good stuff out there. Yeah, the different sounds. Motley Crue was a good band. Yeah, they're kick ass, man. I like them. Yeah, yeah, it was a good band. Motley Crue was a good band, man. I like them a lot too. But it's pretty much not too much out there that I didn't. There's some I didn't like the Talking Heads at all, dude. I mean I didn't. I thought that was horrible. Well, that was horrible. It sounded horrible what they did. In my opinion, now that's my opinion. I'm not saying they're bad. They had fans and stuff. They made money, but I just didn't. I didn't like that style of playing. You know, I wasn't crazy about them. But I got to give them credit. They found out a way to make money. You know, in music. I don't know how, but they found a way to make money with it. So Corn was a good band. You ever hear Corn? I liked Corn. I thought they were pretty good. Mick Mars is underrated. Yep, yep. Yeah, I thought Corn was a really good band, man. They sounded really cool. You know, there was a lot of them. Sublime. I was a big fan of Sublime when they came out, but then they kind of died out. But I like that band. As a matter of fact, that's a couple of tunes I'm going to start looking at. Maybe learn a couple of tunes by Sublime. That'd be pretty good to play on here. You ever heard of Sublime? They're pretty good. Yeah, they play like a reggae jazz style. You know, and I was like, I thought, wow, that's pretty cool. You know, anything like that that's different, I like. You know, uh, Queen's right. Yeah, they're good. Oh, John Petrucci. Everybody likes John Petrucci, man. Everybody knows he's great. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's big name musicians right there, man. Like John Petrucci, people like that. They're really good. Really good. Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool, man. There's a lot of great musicians out there, man. Yeah, exactly. They're a really good band. Really good band, Badger. Yeah, I want to learn a couple. That I just thought of that in my head. Like learn some Sublime and then come on and play it. I think it would be really. I think it would fit my style too. I think I could probably do some improvisation with their music too. That people would like. Because I always like to. Even when I play cover music, I like to do some improvisations that comes from me. Uh, and it doesn't fit every band. But if the band's kind of jazzy, it usually does fit pretty good. You know. Yep, yep, yep. So that's cool, man. Uh, anyway, guys, I gotta get off here in a minute here because I gotta go check on my son. Oh yeah, Michael Schaefer, man. Michael Schaefer of UFO. Oh man, dude, he burned it up in UFO, man. He was so good. He was so good. And I don't understand. Some people like the Scorps better, but not me. I liked UFO better than the Scorps. But I did like this. I did like the Scorpions. I thought they were a good band, but not as good as UFO. UFO was my always my favorite band. They were so tight. You know, so okay, buddy. Okay, Gus. So yeah, I better get off here, guys. I'm gonna see y'all later. I'll probably be back on in about an hour, a couple hours. I'll probably come back on a couple hours and play some more guitar, man. But thank you very much. Thank you for coming and checking me out. I'm gonna take off. Okay, guys. Thanks for checking me out. Peace.